Okay, so right here is Xiphi humoralis, offset here, Xiphi humoralis.
The Xiphi humoralis.
And then we have Pectoralis minor is about here, Pectoralis minor, and then where they start changing direction for the direction of the muscle, which is about right here, is where the change in direction of the striation happens. It turns to Pectoralis major and extends out into the forelimb. Then we have a strap-like muscle, which you can see here. The strap-like muscle, that is the pecto antebrachialis, a thin strap-like muscle. The clavobrachialis, which runs about right here. Latissimus dorsi, which is all throughout here. Very, very not too difficult to see at all. Latissimus dorsi. And then the clavotrapezius, which is up through here, clavotrapezius. So that's everything there. External oblique.
External oblique.
Just on the inside of that very thin layer is internal oblique, and then transverse abdominis is down here. We put our brains away. Okay. We're going to start clavotrapezius up here, underneath the neck flap.
The gastric nevus is the cap.
Yep, so clavotrapezius right all throughout in here. And then we've got the acromiotrapezius running right on top of the ridge of the scapula. In front of the acromiotrapezius, you can kind of see right through here. There's a delineation there and delineation there, and then you've got this strap-like muscle. This strap-like muscle there is levator scapulae ventralis. And then leading into it, this thing that arcs down like this, you can see a line, and then another line. That is spinodeltoid. Behind spinodeltoid, back here, is spinotrapezius. You can see a kind of triangular shape through here with muscle striations. That is spinotrapezius. And then we have on front acromiodeltoid here. And then we've got acromiodeltoid right here running underneath this vein. In front of the vein, we have the clavobrachialis, and then the large muscles of latissimus dorsi. Yeah. Ventralis. Ventralis. Dorsalis would have to be back in here on the top side then. Can't see it very well without completely separating things that we did not separate. Because we'd have to rip the whole thing off. Extremely thin layer that I'm pulling up right now. You can't see it very well. Digastric. It's right there. Digastric muscle being held up. Underneath the digastric is the mylohyoid muscle.
I think this is.
Alright, so we have. Okay, so up here we have mylohyoid. Down here, almost completely cut away on our specimen, is the sternohyoid that I am lifting up right now. And then on the outside we have sternomastoid next to this very large vein, and then you can also see the windpipe, which has a really weird texture to it, almost like plastic. And that's all we need for neck muscles.
Rolling.
Alright. Rhomboideus muscle is this. This is rhomboideus while it's relaxed and extended. The infraspinatus is back here. Infraspinatus, supraspinatus, teres major on the bottom side of the scapula. Okay. And then we turn it over, and you'll see deep within, on the bottom side of the scapula, we have subscapularis, and then we have biceps brachii up in here. Very difficult to see on our specimen, just due to the way the fascia and the muscle lie. But yeah, biceps brachii right up in here.
Okay, so here's the tibia.
In the hole.
Right here.
Okay. Biceps brachii right here.
So we're looking at this is the lateral
Right,
portion.
biceps brachii.
The medial shank.
I knew we'd get it.
Actually, I was going to look at the back if you don't mind me just staring.
Go for it.
It's our cats.
Alright, we have latissimus dorsi through here.
Latissimus dorsi.
You can't see infraspinatus on our particular example very well, but it's right here. It's not as well differentiated as on our other side. Latissimus dorsi, and then again right here, this nicely delineated with two white lines here, spina deltoid. And then the infraspinatus, as said before, infraspinatus is right here on the back side of the scapula, infraspinatus. Brachii long, and then the medial, triceps medial is right here.
What's that thing called?
And then triceps lateral head is up here. Alright, sartorius. Now reflected sartorius.
Gracilla. Really good.
Yep, so we have sartorius, cut and reflect the sartorius, gracilis, cut and reflects the gracilis. Next, we have on the outside, we have the gluteus medius, this colored differentiated area. Gluteus maximus is up here. Extremely small area on the cat, much smaller than gluteus medius. Right here we have caudo femoralis, which you can see being raised, caudo femoralis. We have tenor fascia latae, comes right up through in here. Not very easy to see because ours has been cut and reflected. We have on the back here this large muscle, biceps femoris, very large, and that's it for that. If we cut and reflect biceps femoris, again we have caudo femoralis, the ischiatic nerve. We have the sartorius is back over here.
It's just
okay, so we've got this big, this muscle here, which runs around to the top side. That is the semimembranosus, and then this back muscle here is semitendinous. Semitendinosus.
Semitendinosus.
And then we have the fascia latae up here, lying underneath tenor fascia latae, where tenor fascia latae would be on ours. And then moving to the inside, like I said, we have semitendinosus, semimembranosus. This is adductor femoris, adduct to the body, adductor femoris, or adductor longus, adductor femoris, femoris longus, then semimembranosus, semitendinosus. And then finally up in here is the pectineus, very small, difficult to see, but that's the pectineus right in here, this little area. And then we have out here, we have the lateral. So this is okay. So this is vastus lateralis.
Vastus lateralis.
Vastus medialis.
Vastus medialis.
And then rectus femoris.
Rectus femoris.
Rectus femoris, vastus medialis, vastus lateralis. And that is